Ellen was 10 days overdue with her baby. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. 10 days overdue. That means the baby's growing even more, right?
Oh, that's rough.
So it was time to go in, get induced, and boy, did they give her a lot of medication.
Yeah, they did.
So much medication that when she filled out the birth certificate, her little baby, Gabrielle, when the birth certificate came home, was Babrielle. With a B.
But Gabrielle.
And not a G.
Yeah, but she didn't find out about it until she was 15.
15 years old. It's 15 years later. Now, here, Ellen fixed it. She's like, okay, it's fixed. But here's how Gabrielle found out about Babrielle. She went to get her learner's permit. And as the DMV is searching for the Social Security number, it's like, I'm sorry, you're not in here. Mm-mm. There is no Gabrielle. I do see a Babrielle. But I don't see a Gabrielle.
Gabrielle. I think that's hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
It's hilarious. I've heard of stuff like this happening before. Oprah Winfrey was supposed to be named Orpah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. And so I guess mom or somebody, maybe the nurse, like misspelled it or something like that. But that's hilarious.
Quite the story behind the name. Liz has her own story about her name.
So my mom loved Elizabeth Taylor and loved Elvis Presley. So my name is Elizabeth Aaron because Elvis Aaron Presley.
Got it.
Yeah, I can't sing, nor do I have violet eyes with a double subtle lashes.
Let me tell you. Scott, this is amazing. Your name.
Yeah, this is a wild story. So my mom really thought I was going to be, pre-ultrasound days, right? My mom really thought she was going to have a girl. All these girl names picked out, and bam, the doctor says, hey, it's a boy. And so she and my dad had really no boy names in mind. So she's in the recovery room with two other brand new moms. Both had boys. And that's how I got my name. The woman on the right, Brian. The woman on the right, Scott.
Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious.
That
great? There you go.
You're named after two other babies.
In the same room. You stole
wonderful.
my name. It's a wonder they didn't get upset.
Ninja was not supposed to have her name. What was your name going to be at one point?
My name was going to be Samantha. Ooh. My mom liked that name, and then she worked in daycare.
Oh.
And met a Samantha.
Oh, didn't want to be reminded of that Samantha.
Yeah.
Well, Samantha was terror.
Right.
Just that one.
Just that one, right.
Yeah.
So she is forever Elizabeth.
Yes.
Ninja in our hearts,
Yes.
Elizabeth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Samantha.
I might call you Sam from now on.
No, don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
Don't do that.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
The story behind your name. I love hearing these. All the texts and calls are coming in at 800-447-7234.
Heather texted and said her daughter, who's having a birthday, she's going to be 6 pretty soon, happy birthday early, is named after her dad. And so the 6-year-old is named Charlie, but it's spelled Charlee.
Two E's at the end. Yes. That's good.
Yeah. Tiffany texted and said, okay, my name is spelled wrong on my birth certificate. I didn't find out until I tried to have my license renewed after 9/11. So, long story, but I'm supposed to be Taffany, and I think I'm saying that right, instead of Tiffany. So it should be Taffani. Taffany. I've never heard that name before.
So how's the other one? Is the other
Tiffany.
one with one F?
No, with an I. So
the I at the end.
Yeah, Taffani is what it's supposed to be, but it is Tiffani.
Okay.
A-N-I, yeah. So Taffany. Sounds like a southern version
It
of
is.
Tiffany.
My name's Taffany.
I'm Taffany.
In the way that Liz is pronouncing it.
I love it, though.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Okay, so Keisha's here at 800-447-7234. You're on his radio, Keisha.
I'm almost 30 years old, and my real name was supposed to be Keisha, Kisha. But when I was born, the doctors made a typo and put a J instead of a K, so it's actually Jisha. My parents never fixed it, and neither did I. So I go by either one.
So how do you say the Jisha?
Jisha. Keisha.
Oh, so you make the J silent. I gotcha. That's actually really, really pretty.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm like, why didn't y'all ever fix it? Mom's like, well, I had the epidural. I'm like, but you looked at my birth certificate. Why didn't you fix it? So it's just, legally I had to go by Keisha on paperwork, but, everybody calls me Keisha.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Behind the name, it's Rob and Lizz in the morning, 800-447-7234. Emily, you're on his radio.
My grandmother and my mom had the same dream about a little girl named Emily, and then my middle name, Joyce, is their middle name.
I love how they both had the same dream.
Yeah.
What was the dream?
A little girl playing with her brother and sister named Emily.
Look at that. Playing with brother and sister.
That she had. That's wild. That's a
Yeah,
great story.
I love that, Emily.
Text from Faith says, when I was pregnant with my first child, the doctor said that we were having a little girl, so we picked the name Melia. We had an ultrasound at 38 weeks, and they said, the tech told you were having a girl? Because you're having a boy. So they had no idea what to name him. They ended up removing the letter M from Melia and adding the letter S at the end, and it came out Elias.
Elias, I love that.
I do too. What a cool story.
I called my son yesterday Elias, and he goes, Dad, it's Eli. I go, okay, I'm sorry.
When you're in trouble, though, it's Elias.
Now it's Elias.
Yeah. Miranda said, I was told throughout my life by my mom that I was named after a singer, Carmen Miranda. But then later in life, my mama tells me that I'm not named after her, but I'm actually named after a soap star. So I have no idea where my name came from.
It was a nice story for a little bit.
Right? Mom's like, let me edit that.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I normally don't do this, but I want to celebrate something out of Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, for
Do
sure.
you mind if I celebrate something out of Hollywood?
Take it.
Irwin Brothers. They're the ones that have made some incredible faith-based movies. One of them is Jesus Revolution that's in theaters right now.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, my word. This thing is just making history in so many lives. Even Kelsey Grammer, who was the main star in Jesus Revolution, he was moved to tears on what this movie meant to him and how it has impacted his faith. And even people on the movie staff or the crew behind the scenes came forward to be baptized and stuff like that. It's amazing. So here's what's happened, and this is what I want to celebrate. The fact that there is a director that they will tell you is a little-known director, and it's John Irwin. He's made 5, and this is celebrated only by one other director, and that would be Steven Spielberg.
Wow. Steven
Spielberg has had 5 A+ cinema scores, which is a big deal in Hollywood.
Well, it is.
To have a cinema score of A+ is a rarity. I think there's 52 movies, period, that are like that. 52, and they're all feel-goods. That
Well,
tells
why wouldn't
you
they be?
something right there,
Yeah.
right? So the 5 movies that the Irwin brothers have put out all have A+ cinema scores.
And that's voted on by people that have actually seen the movie, like the fans, not necessarily the critics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they did Woodlawn. I don't know if you've ever seen Woodlawn. So that had one. I can only imagine there's somebody I know that was in that movie.
Yeah. Was that you?
American Underdog. And then you've got this one as well, Jesus Revolution. I mean, all the ones that they've done, A+. And this little-known director who loves Jesus, John Irwin, now is up with Steven Spielberg. Hello.
Yeah, maybe you've seen some of his movies, E.T.,
come on.
that kind of thing. And so this is a huge, huge feat. Everybody that I've seen all over social that I've talked to in person that has seen Jesus Revolution just comes away saying, oh, my goodness, like life-changing.
Yeah, because it points to Jesus.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
you can't deny the fact that, and it's faith-based, it's Jesus-focused, it's about an era in our time, in a decade when there was a big movement that happened.
Sounds a
that I
little
wish
familiar.
a movement like that would happen right now.
Yeah.
Hello, we need that. So,
Pretty cool.
yeah.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
A little girl was having Spirit Week. She's an elementary schooler, and they're having Spirit Week, and on the very last day, it's Superhero Day. And so the little girl goes home and tells her mom, I want to dress like Miss D. Miss D is her teacher. And so mom goes on a little cognizance. She calls the teacher and says, hey, do you have any idea what you're going to be wearing on Friday? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to wear sneakers and blue jeans and a blue jean jacket and a school T-shirt. Okay, thanks. So the teacher's a little dumbfounded, like, why?
That question was out of left field.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit out of left field. So what they were doing was putting the exact outfit together for the little girl, and so she could let Miss D be her superhero on Friday.
Instead of wearing a cape with an S on the chest, she dressed like her teacher.
She did.
How great. I love this.
They even got up because Miss D wears her hair kind of curly. And so they even got up a little early on that Friday morning, and she had her hair curled.
No, she did not. Oh,
so
how
she
great.
She could look just like her. I love it.
That is so good to have a teacher to be your hero, because they're all heroes. You know,
But
teachers work so hard.
Yeah, and to have a kid recognize that and say, okay, yes, policemen, firefighters, nurses, superheroes in comic books, they're great to dress up like, but this is my superhero.
Right? It's more than the lady in the magic school bus.
That's right.
It's every teacher in every classroom.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
Okay. I guess they're doing this at weddings now. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
It's been a trend for a couple of years, a while, for brides or even girls that are going to prom to wear like kind of sparkly tennis shoes, just sneakers so they can be comfortable. Well, now it's gone a little farther. Now it's Crocs, bedazzling Crocs.
So you're going to see wedding dresses and the young ladies, the brides, wearing Crocs. Bedazzled?
Yeah. Well, you don't necessarily see the shoes that a bride is wearing because generally, unless she's got like a cocktail length, which is at the knee, kind of. But if it's a full length dress, you don't necessarily see the shoes typically. But now, instead of 3-inch heels, I can't even imagine trying to get married, doing a whole wedding day in 3-inch heels. But they're going to do the Crocs, and then you put rhinestones or pearls, and they're all fake, of course. They're not real pearls.
Well, Ninja's coming up to, what, a year of marriage. What in the world did you wear, Ninja, for your shoes?
I wore sandals.
You sandal? Okay.
Yeah, they were sparkly, right, Ninja?
Really?
No, they were white lace, but they were flats.
Okay.
To be a little more comfortable.
And that looks classy, though. That sounds classy to me.
Right. And my daughter wore tennis shoes that were rose gold, and they were glitterized, and they were gorgeous. They had like a ribbon instead of shoelaces.
I have no idea what my son's fiance is going to do at their wedding on May 13th.
I bet Grace, that's her name, is going to wear something like that.
Well, I don't know. If you like Crocs?
Not necessarily Crocs. I mean, she might because this
Now
is
I'm
the
curious.
trend now.
Well, they love to go hiking and stuff like that. So it's all,
You hike in Crocs?
No.
Well, you can if you put them in sport mode.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
Got an idea.
Okay.
Here's a great idea for you, okay? Next time you're completely out of shampoo, go to your food pantry and grab the peanut butter and wash your hair with peanut butter. It's a thing, evidently, and I had no idea.
I didn't know it was a thing either. I don't see how it's going to work because you're adding a lot of oil to your hair, and it just feels like it won't
It's magnesium, it's vitamin E, it's the omega-3s, it's the fatty acids. You rub it all in your hair. The hair follicles will grow stronger and thicker.
I've heard about that
Just
with
so you know.
mayonnaise and eggs. I never heard about that. I use peanut butter to get gum out of hair.
Okay, very nice.
Works like a charm, but
Very
don't
nice.
clean it.
Next time, for some reason, you got a squeaky hinge on your door. Peanut butter.
Now that makes sense.
Next time you need to shave your face and there's no shaving cream or your legs. Peanut butter. Next time you need to wash the windshield of the car. Peanut butter.
Huh?
Next time that it really stinks in your house. Peanut butter.
Okay, that sounds good. Peanut butter candle? Yeah.
Scott uses peanut butter in a very unique way.
Okay, what you do, Scott?
The best bait for a mousetrap.
Peanut butter.
Works every time.
I mean, if you're trying to invite mice over for dinner, I can see that working. How does that work?
They can't get enough of it, and then snap.
Ninja will tell you if you want to wash your dog. Peanut butter.
Huh?
Yeah, you slap a nice, thick portion of peanut butter on the side of your shower. The dog takes care of that, and you can wash them.
Oh, so he comes into the shower without running and getting all, I don't want to take a bath.
Yes.
Okay.
And, hey, if you run out of dog shampoo, peanut butter.
You know what I'm thinking?
Peanut butter?
Now I'm thinking peanut butter to get the middle schoolers to take a bath now.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
Brock wanted to buy an apartment building. He is investing in real estate, so he goes to buy this apartment building, and the current owner said, okay, this is great. I want to knock $50,000 off the price of it. But there's a caveat here. There's a condition that you got to hold up on.
Uh-oh.
No, it was great. He said, there's one of my tenants. She's lived here for decades. Her name's Alice. She's a little older, and I have never raised her rent. She pays $200 a month, and every day I check on her, and I help her run her errands. Right?
Nice.
He has taken care of her forever. She's 93. She's a Holocaust survivor. So Brock was like, $50,000 off? Sure, I will do that. No problem whatsoever.
I really hope he's holding up to it.
He has been.
Good.
So here's what happens. She ends up, she's 93. She has no siblings. She has no family. She has no children. So he says, okay, I'm going to be here every day for her. She gets ill. He and his family members go visit her in the hospital every single day, so much so that the hospital staff think they're in a relationship, like he's her son or something. No, not at all. Visits her every single day, holds her hand, talks to her, loves on her.
That's beautiful.
She passed away in January.
No.
He was there with her. He and his family became her family. She had no one. Until somebody out of the kindness of their heart said, I'll take you under my wing and I'll take care of you. And then passed that on to somebody else who was willing to do the same.
Brock, dude, you're a superhero.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
And you think the potholes are bad around here. Wait till you go to Leroy, Minnesota. Evidently, potholes are horrific in Leroy, Minnesota.
I wonder why.
Well, it's cold.
Well, yeah.
And
Maybe
because of the cold and the frost and it all,
Snow,
and the
maybe.
snow, all that
Okay.
stuff. When it warms up, potholes.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
just there. And it's really cold in Leroy, Minnesota. So the town is like on the Iowa border, and they decided, let's do some poetry. And so now this whole town is known as pothole poetry.
What?
And they have it. So here's what the city did. I love this. There is artificial intelligence, I can say the word now, that can do text generating for you. So you could go to a chat GBT and then they will write something for you. So they thought, hey, let's ask them to do the text generator to write on its own poetry for our pothole problem that we have.
Was it any good or was it?
I'll share it with you.
Awesome.
Pothole poetry.
Gather round, kids.
From Leroy, Minnesota. Oh, potholes, how you mar our roads. With craters deep and jagged loads, we lie wait like hidden foes to jolt and toss as we go. Your treacherous pits so dark and wide are death traps to our cars, bikes, and tires. You make us swerve aside and wreck our rims and shock and tire. You form in winter with frost and rain and grow in summer with heat and strain. You multiply with every year and fill our drives with endless fear. But despite our rage and woe, you stubbornly refuse to go. And so we swerve and dodge and slow till we reach our final abode. Oh, potholes, how you test our skill and make us have every thrill. And even as we whine, we know you're here to stay in time.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Written by artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I
And
need that for my 8th grade class, right?
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
I am so sorry. What a horrible time of the year for this to happen. That the corned beef brisket is discontinued by Nathan's. I know it's horrible. Can we make it through maybe? but corned beef brisket is gone.
It does seem like a really strange time of year to get rid of it. Isn't corned beef part of like a St. Patrick's Day kind of a meal?
My wife makes it every year.
Really?
Makes it, yeah, corned beef sandwiches. It's got the sauerkraut and all that stuff, yeah.
Oh, well, I've never had one, so I don't know the draw. I'm not a fan of sauerkraut, but why would they discontinue it other than the fact maybe it's only really selling this time of year? You know?
Don't know.
So maybe only put it out this time of year, but still
horrible.
make it available.
I mean, if enough people have an outcry, well, not an outcry, but if enough people say, listen, we love it. Would you bring it back, Nathan's? Maybe they would consider, but it's discontinued for as far as we know for now.
Okay, so if you want it around, I guess maybe you should
let
make
your
a
voice
petition.
be heard.
Yes.
Let your voice be heard for the corned beef.
Stand up for your corned beef year round.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I love that this is coming back. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
So March Madness is here. You might as well say it, right? The whole basketball phenomenon. You got the brackets. You have the pizza. And Pizza Hut, I don't know if you noticed, but their pizza boxes now come in the style of a hoop so that you can turn your pizza box into a backboard and a little hole in the bottom of it so that you can put a basketball through it. As a matter of fact, they're even selling their basketball ball swag so that you have a ball to throw through their Pizza Hut pizza box that looks like a backboard of a, basketball hoop.
I'm super appreciative because when I order pizza, I do feel like I need more exercise in my life. And so...
Oh, so you see that as a positive.
Well, yeah, of course.
She's small and petite anyway. Oh, my word.
Okay.
Always on her Peloton treadmill, working out all the time.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah. Scott has I don't know if you want to call it an opinion, but you have a certain way you would like Pizza Hut to be.
I love this nostalgia. I want them to go back a little further to the 80s. They had the red and white tablecloths, the arcade tables, the pizza buffet. It was like an experience going to Pizza Hut on a Friday night and playing the arcade games. That was just such a memorable part of my childhood.
It's been forever.
I hope they'll do that soon.
Since I've been to a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, normally, it's the delivery thing if you're going to...
We don't even get them anymore.
We do every now and then. And we don't get delivery because we live out in the boonies. Nobody ever delivers
Nobody comes
to us.
to the Ryle's house.
You know who delivers? My youngest son. That's who delivers.